the method that we are going to study is known as Nikhilam Navataskaramam Dasata. It's a Sanskrit name, right? But we call it as base method of multiplication. Okay. The name of the method that we are going to study today is the base method of multiplication. Okay. This Sanskrit name I've written it below. That is just for your knowledge. It's okay even if you don't remember it. Okay. Now, what does this method contain, or how do we use this method in our multiplication? Let us see that. Now, before that, we should know, that is, what do you mean by base number? As I told you that we are going to study, the name of the method is base method of multiplication. So what does base mean? So we are talking about the base numbers, right? So what are the base numbers? The base numbers are nothing but they are the powers of 10. So 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, and so on. So all these numbers, okay, what are they known as? They are known as base numbers. So just remember this one thing, okay, before we start with the method. Okay, so whenever I'm using the word, what is the base number? It is nothing but we are talking about the powers of 10, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, and so on. Is this clear to everyone? So when I ask you, that is, what is the base number? So you have to decide, that is, which power is closer to the given number. Say, for example, if I talk about, say, 98, and if I ask you, what is the base number of 98? So you are supposed to tell me that power of 10, which is closer to 98. So what do you think? Which number is closer to 98?
100.
100. So what will be your base number? It will be 100. Similarly, suppose if I give you another number, say 102. So in this case also, what will be your base number? It will be 100. Is this clear? Yes. So if I give you another number, say 1020, what will be your base number?
1000.
1000. Yes, it will be 1000. Say if it is, say, 993, still it will be 1000. You understood how to find out the base number of f for any given number? So whichever number is given to you, yes, okay, the base number is nothing but that power of 10, which is closer to that particular number. Now, one thing you remember, the method, this base method, okay, that is, it is also known as Nikhilam method. What it is known as? The other word is known as, the other word that is given to it is Nikhilam method, or in English we call it as base method. Okay. If you want to write down, just write down Nikhilam method in your notebook. Shall I move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now this method particularly is used, okay, it is particularly used when the numbers are closer to the base number. It doesn't mean that we cannot use the numbers. If it is, say, 64, then we cannot use it. We can use it. But then in that case, the use of this method will not be that much easy as we are expecting. We'll come to know when we will go ahead with the class or with the topic. You will be able to understand it more clearly. So for now, just remember what is base number. That is a power of 10 which is closer to your given number. Okay. Now we are going to study 3 types of sums. Okay. Broadly, we are going to classify the sums into 3 different types. Okay. Payal, look at the screen, Aneri. Okay. Now here you can see the 3 types. The first type is the numbers are below the base. Means what? Say if I have to multiply 2 numbers, okay, and both the numbers are, now what is the base number in this case? 97. What will be your base number? Will it be 100? Yes. What will be the base number in case of 93? That will also be 100. So don't you think both the numbers, they are below the base? Yes, they are below your base. Similarly, in case of 992, your base number will be 1000. In this case also, it will be 1000. Correct? Don't you think both the numbers again here are below the base?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the first category of sums that we are going to. I have divided into 3 parts so that it is easy for you to understand the method. There will be small variation between each of them, but otherwise the entire method will remain the same. Only some simple addition, some simple variation in those steps. Now let us come to the second type. The numbers above the base. Now see here for 100, for 102 again my number is 100, base number will be 100. For 104 also the base number will be 100. So in both the cases, don't you think these numbers, they are above your base number, that is, they are above 100. Yes. Next, for 1005, your base number will be 1000. For 1009 also, your base number will be 1000. Yes. And in both the cases, again, I can say that yes, my numbers are above my base number. I hope the these two categories are clear to everyone. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll see the third category. Now in the third category, you can see one number is below the base and one number is above the base. So if you just observe this, 97, the base number will be 100. In case of 104, again, it will be 100. But you observe 97, it is below your base, and 104 is above your base number. Similarly, 994, the base number is 1000. Again, for 1002 also the base number will be 1000. But again, 994 is below the base, 1002 is above the base. So did you understand the three categories, the types of sums that we are going to cover in these three categories? Yes? Okay. Now the first example, the first category we are going to study is number below the base. Can you see the heading? The first category that we are going to talk about is the numbers below the base. Okay. Now I have taken one example on the screen. Now right now I don't want you to write on anything in your notebook. Just look at the screen. I'll give you time to write. Here, first of all, tell me what will be the base number for 96 and 97?
100.
100. So do you agree that both the numbers are below the base? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now just look at the steps. See, the steps are very, very, very simple. Okay, just in the beginning, you might take some time to absorb it, but then afterwards, gradually, you will enjoy this method. Okay. So first step in this sum, whenever such type of sums are given to you, the first step is always write down the base number. Okay. So the first step is what? Write the base number. So in the numbers that I've given you, for those numbers, your base number will be 100. Yes. Don't write down anything now. Look at the screen. I will give you time to write it. Okay. So just to now try to understand the method. So the first step is to write down the base number, and the base number is 100. So I hope the first step is clear to you. Both the numbers are having the base number 100. So everybody agrees to this? Yes. Now, step number 2. Now here comes your important step. The step number 2 tells you have to write down the difference. Difference between what? Difference between your number and your base number. That means my number is say 96 and the base number is 100. So you have to write down the difference between the two. Means your number is 96 and the difference is 100. So the value that you will be getting is -4. Yes or no? The value that you will be getting will be -4. Is this clear to everyone? Similarly, for your next number, what will be the difference? The difference will be, again, it will be what? What will be the difference between 97 and 100?
-3.
Yes. So 97 minus 100 is equal to -3. So that is your next step. You have to write down the difference. So the difference between, just pay attention here. If you make a mistake in the sign, your answer will go wrong. Okay, so just pay attention. 96, okay, minus 100, the answer is -4. Okay, and 97 minus 100, your answer will be -3. So is this step clear to everybody? Yes? Shall I move on with the next step? Okay. So the third step is draw the number of boxes as the number of zeros in your base number. Now, what does this step mean? Now, the step means that is, first of all, you just look at your base number. Your base number is 100. How many zeros you have in 100?
2.
2 zeros, right? If you look at the step, your step tells you have to draw the number of boxes. Boxes le lo, ya, boxes le lo, ya to dash le lo, whatever you are comfortable with. Draw the number of boxes as the number of zeros in your base number. So here you can see there are 2 zeros in my base number. So I will draw 2 boxes in my answer. Initially, I have drawn it boxes so that it is easy for you to distinguish. But then gradually, once you're used to with this method, you can do it directly also. So I've drawn the number of boxes are 2. Okay, because the number of zeros in my base is again 2. That is 100. You're having 2 zeros. So I've drawn 2 boxes. If the base number would have been 1000, then how many boxes I would have drawn? 3. Now, what is the purpose of drawing the box? You will come to know later. Okay. So I hope first 3 steps are clear to everyone. The first step is to write the base number. So I have written the base number, step number 1. Step number 2, you have to write down the difference. So this is your step number 2. And step number 3 is just to draw the number of boxes, which are draw the number of boxes as the number of zeros that you are having in your answer. Is that clear to everyone? Now, the fourth step. Now, the fourth step tells you that you have to multiply what the difference values that you got, and you have to write down that answer in the box drawn. So here, the difference that you got, that is this. You got these two differences, right? You have to multiply these two values. You have to write down the product. You have to get down the product of these two values. So what is minus 4 into minus 3? It will be 12. So this number you have to write down in the box. Now keep patience. You will understand the method. We are going to do many examples today. Okay. So just listen to whatever I'm saying. So we have to write down the number 12. So your number 12 will go in this box. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. So you'll multiply the difference values and you'll write down the answer in the box that is drawn. So I hope this step is clear. Okay. Now, the last step. Carry the crosswise operation. Carry the crosswise operation means what? Either, say one student will say, ma'am, I want to carry out this operation. That is 9. I am choosing the number 96. If I'm choosing 96, you have to go it in the you have to go in the diagonal way. That is 96. So here the number that you're having is minus 3. So 96 minus 3 is what? 93. So the answer that you get after this step is what you have to write down on the left hand side of your number. Suppose if one student says, ma'am, I don't want to take 96, I want to take 97. Okay, no problem. If you want to take 97, you have to go in this direction. So if you see 97 minus 4, that also gives you the same number, 93. So either you take 96 or you take 97. Okay, the answer will be the same only. But yes, you have to go. So if you're taking 96, you have to go in this direction. If you're taking 97, you need to go in this direction. Is this clear to everyone? Now, you just write down these steps in your notebook. We'll be doing some more examples. So now I'm giving you time to copy these steps in your notebook. So copy it fast.
Ma'am, just a second.
Okay, no problem. Everyone finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you have written the steps of your method. Let us solve some examples. Okay. Now see, we'll just try to recall what we did, the method that we did yesterday. So say for example, I'm taking two numbers, say 97 multiplied by say 99. Yesterday, you remember the IXI method? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes. So as per as IXI method, 9 sevens are 63. Yes, so 6 is carried. Step number 2, 9 nines are 81, 9 sevens are 63. Okay, and this 6 you are not supposed to forget. Okay, this 6 you have to add it. So 6 plus 3 is 9, right? Plus 1, 10. Carry 1, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. You got the sum as 150, of which 0 will come over here. Again, 15 will get carried. Then 9 nines are 81. So this 81 plus this 15, right? So 5 plus 1 is 6, 8 plus 1 is 9. Sorry, 8 plus 1 is 9. So you got this answer by yesterday's method. So I hope everybody remembers this method, the method
Yes,
that we
ma'am.
did yesterday. Yes. I'll solve the same sum. Okay. The same sum we'll solve, right? By applying the Nikhilam method. That is the method that we just saw now. Its name is Nikhilam. So I'll write down the same numbers. Okay. So 97 multiplied by 99. Now just try to see how easy this method is compared to your yesterday's method also. The first step, who will tell me what is the base number?
100.
100.
Ma'am, 100.
Okay. Second step, what will be the difference 97 and 100?
-3 and -1.
Yes. -3, -1, I've written the difference. Step number 3. Now see, before you write down step number 3, you will be putting 2 dash or 2 boxes, okay, and write how many boxes or how many blanks you're going to put. You're going to actually divide your answer into 2 parts. 2 parts means they are not going to divide it, but I'm going to separate my answer in 2 sections. Okay, initially, since it is new, you go follow this way only. Once you are used to, you can do it directly. So why I've divided into 2 parts? Because the number of zeros which are present in my base number, those many dashes I have drawn over here. Okay, now what is the sense? What is the purpose of drawing these dashes? Is whatever answer you get when you multiply, the third step is what you have to multiply this. What answer do you get? You get 3 1 size 3. That 3 I have written here, right? Now the purpose of drawing the box is that here the blank which is left, because now the product that you got 3 1 size 3, it's a single digit answer. So you got it 3. This step you don't have any number, so you will put a 0. Had the difference, suppose if the number were say -4 and -6. So when you multiply these two values, what answer you got? That is 24. So for 24, it's a 2-digit number, so your both the spaces are filled. Your both the spaces are filled. But in this case, since your product that you got, that is -3 and -1, the product is single digit, it is just 3, right? So there is one space that is left blank where you are supposed to put a 0. Is this clear? So that is the reason why we include this as a separate step, so that you don't make any mistake in your answer. So the number of zeros present in your base number, first thing you have to put those number of blanks you have to put. Okay, then multiply this -3 -1, and then write down the value, and whatever blanks are left empty, put 0 in that. Okay, and the last step, move in the crosswise direction. 97 -1, that is 96. Okay, is this clear to everyone? So I want now, see, if
Yes,
you observe, the answer is the same. But here, see, in this step, it still took, you had to take a little effort for this step. But if you see this step, okay, I did not even, take any, like, not that, because 3 into 1 is simple. You just had to multiply, even mentally you can multiply. Here, no doubt I had to do some sort of addition, right? But here, I didn't do any other calculation. So just imagine such big numbers like 97, 99 is a big, they are the big numbers, right? So when you see, and sure, this is a 2-digit number, but we'll be also doing for 3-digit numbers as well. Okay, so in that case also it will help you to solve, and you'll get answers very quickly. Okay, now just copy this sum. Now what you are going to copy now is this thing where I've drawn an arrow. This was just to revise your yesterday's method. So this I don't want you to copy. Just for your understanding, I had solved it.
done, ma'am.
Okay, everyone finished? Now we'll take another example. Okay, so first say, now this was a 2-digit number. No, now let me take a 3-digit number. Say 998 multiplied with 992. Step number 1, who will tell me? Kirtana, what is the step number 1?
Base number is 1000, ma'am.
Very good. Base number is 1000. Step number 2, Aneri.
Ma'am, the difference between 998 between and 1000 is -2 and -8. Yes.
Yes. So step number 2, everybody clear? Yes. Now don't forget the minus sign on this side, because see, if you forget to write down the minus sign, you will be doing addition. So don't do that. So you have to be careful when you're writing this sign. Now the step number 3, Mahika.
Ma'am, first we have to draw the blanks as the number of zeros in the base number, that is 3, and then we will multiply.
Okay, I just want the third step only. So yes, you're going to write down, you're going to draw the number of blanks, the number of zeros present in your base number. So there are 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3. 3 blanks I will be drawing. Is this clear to everyone? So step number 4. Soham is there.
We will multiply 2 and 8.
Yes, you will multiply 2 and 8. So what is the answer that you get, Soham?
16.
16. So see, I have written 16, but did you see there is one blank which is left empty, which is vacant? So I will be putting 0 over here. So this right hand side part is done. Right hand part of your answer, you have already got it. Now the last step, which is the most easiest one, what you are going to do? 909 crosswise operation means what? See, when you write down your minus sign, you have to subtract 998 minus 8. See, I've written minus 8, right? So 998 minus 8, which gives you 990. That's it. So this 990, I will be writing it over here. That's it. Your answer is ready. So for the final answer is what? 990016. This is your final answer. So now just imagine if I tell you to find out this value by your traditional method, how many minutes are you going to take to find out the answer? First of all, looking at the answer only, your your heartbeat will increase. 3-digit numbers multiply karna hai, hey Bhagwan, how are you going to do it, right? Now yesterday's method, that was also easy, but yes, see, whenever you are having bigger numbers, what happens, you have those bigger carryover numbers. When the digits are bigger, like you're having 9, 9, 8. So when when you multiply it with any other, in a crosswise way also, what happens? The digits, they become bigger, and then you have to carry over them, and then you have to add them, right? Smaller digits, we don't have that much of carryover, and you can also add it orally also. So in this case, here, this method, especially, it is very much convenient for you when the numbers are big, like 998, 992. Okay. Finish with this sum. Shall I move on to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll write down, say 9,989 multiplied by 9995. Now you saw these are 4-digit numbers. Yes or no? 4-digit numbers, they are so big numbers. So how are you going to multiply? No worry, we are having this Nikhilam method. We have studied this, and now that method is, I think you have understood it. The first step, the base number. The base number, now see, this is 9,989. So your base number, which is closer to the given number.
10,000.
Yes, it is 10,000. Right? Now, second step is difference. So the difference between 9989 and 10,000 is how much? It is 11, because 9990 and 10,000 give each. What is the difference? It is 10, right? So this 89 here. So it is 11. So minus 11. Then second number, the difference will be
-5.
minus 5. So this is the second step. The next step, how many zeros you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 blanks I have drawn. Next step, multiply. What answer will you get?
55.
So I will write down 55. The remaining blanks, we will put 0. So this part of your answer, right hand side part of your answer is ready with you. Now left hand side. Now see, if you find this operation difficult, no worries. You can do, see, whichever crosswise becomes easy for you, you can do that. Okay. Now for, if you observe this sum, so 989 minus 5, I find this one is more easy. So what I will do? 9984. So your answer is ready. 9984. Okay, if someone gives you so big numbers to multiply, even you can give such big numbers to your friend and tell them, just iska multiplication nikal ke dikha mujhe. And then you can put a timer and ask them within how many seconds you are solving and within how many seconds I am solving. Let us check. So in this way you can solve it and your answer is ready with you. Let us take one more example. 9750. They multiplied by 9998. Okay, so again, let us do it together. So first step, Kirtana.
Base number is 10,000.
Yes. Base number 10,000. Aneri, second step. Difference.
Ma'am, that is, yes, ma'am, difference is minus 50.
50? 250 beta.
Yes, ma'am, 250.
Yes.
And minus 2.
Correct. Step number 3, Soham.
Multiply 250 into 2.
No. Before that, you missed one step. Rohan, Mahika.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we will draw blanks equal to the number of zeros in the base number.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will be drawing 1, 2, 3, 4. The next step, who will answer? The product of these two. So 250 into 2 is how much?
500.
500. So 500, 500. One blank is remaining. So what am I going to do?
0.
I'm going to put a 0. So this part is ready. Now see, now pay attention. As I told you in the previous sum also, whichever crosswise is easy for you, you can do. So if you're finding, in this case, I find this is difficult for me. So what I will do? I won't go by this method. I won't go by this crosswise. What I will do? I think this one is easy for me. So I'll go in this way. Okay. Either of the ways you go, your answer will be the same only. Say if someone wants to subtract 9,998 minus say 250, right? So this is 8, this is 4, this is 7, this is 9. So did you check this and this value and this value? They are the same, right? Either number you are going to take, you have to move in the crosswise direction. That one thing you have to remember. So I hope this sum is also clear to everyone. I want you to copy it in your notebook fast.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So this was what? The numbers were below the base. Now, this method will be, if you are given, I hope the previous method, that is your numbers below the base is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Now,
a
if
doubt.
yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, if you are multiplying 2-digit numbers, so ma'am, if one of them is 50, so ma'am, what will be its base number, 100 or 10?
Its base number will be 100, and that type of sum we are going to consider right in the next lecture. Means when your numbers are a bit far away from your base number. Understood? And what is the what is the variation in that method? That also we are going to study. Okay. First thing is that whenever your numbers are a bit far away from your base number, then in that case it is easy for you. See, which numbers can you say that they are far away from base? See, if I give you one number, say 99, and say number, say 48, which number is far away from the base? Obviously this one. And this one is near to your base. So for this sum, you can use the Nikhilam method that we have studied today. But for this sum, you can use yesterday's method also. Understood? But yes, if you want to use Nikhilam method for this sum, that also I'll teach you. But today we are going to first consider the 3 different categories which are nearer to the base. And then the small variation that you will be having, that you'll be studying in the next lecture. Otherwise, you'll get confused. Okay. But yes, you can apply yesterday's method also to the sums which are far away from your base. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then the numbers which are above the base. Now, above the base means you know what do you mean by the numbers above the base, right? So let us take one example. Say if I want to multiply 1007, okay, with say 1010. Okay, so now tell me what will be the base number in this case?
1,000.
1000. So 1007 minus 1000 is how much?
Plus 7.
And here it will be
Plus 3.
plus 10. So if you observe, the step number 1 is the same. You have to write down the base number. Step number 2 is also the same. You have to write down whatever is the difference between the base number and your given number. Okay. Now step number 3, same thing. You have to just draw the number of boxes, okay, which are there in the number of zeros which are present in your base number. So just count the number of zeros. How many zeros you're having here? 1, 2, and 3. So how many blanks I am going to draw? 1, 2, and 3. Is this clear? Next step, same, multiply. What answer